Welcome to TPK Roleplay and the Altered Carbon campaign, the Atrium of Aquarius. I am your GM, Fazul, and you'll never guess what I did just before this adventure. I actually threw out the adventure and went with a different idea. And Tyrant, you're kind of the inspiration for that. So I guess we will see how it goes. The eyes. If you don't believe me, here are all of the screens that I came up with for the alternative adventure. You would have went to World City. I mean, there's other ones. But it doesn't matter because we're on a different path right now. We're picking up where we left off, which is Saren Peirce, played by Tyrant, and we'll do introductions in a second, sitting down, having a coffee with Ray Kwan, who is in fact Reileen who is Kovac's sister in the TV show. She is an envoy. Will this fight be short? Will it be brutal? It will remain to be seen. Just a couple of quick announcements. One, this is Altered Carbon, so it tends to be a bit restricted in the way that there's strong language, there's violence. There's going to be violence very early on, like as soon as we begin. So if that stuff, so just be mindful of that. Again, guidance that I've given to date is that if you're okay with the show, you'll be okay with this one in terms of the HBO show. The other thing to just point out is the pink backpack. This is basically, where do I have it? Oh, there's my pink backpack right here. The pink backpack. Inside are random things that will augment and enhance encounters and experiences. There's a doozy in there tonight. Now, I know those of you who have been tuning in are probably expecting me to buy the first pink backpack item. Well, tonight, what I've decided to do, wait, did somebody just redeem Tony? Did Tony
they're just doing the chat points.
Yeah, I know.
To give us
they're making it rain.
Because tonight I'm not buying a pink backpack item. I'm giving myself advantages. I just bought a GM reroll, and let's see, what else will I buy?
Oh, the DM's cheating against us, you guys.
Mutiny!
Ty's gonna die.
I'm gonna die.
Listen, I just want to make sure. You know what? I because tonight is impulsive, and I was willing to give away the adventure. I'm actually buying right now. I'm going to buy myself 4 good tables. I didn't create good tables for this game, but I'm going to on the fly. But they're for the GM. They're not for the players. Players can only be helped tonight by chat. So I think that's where we're at. So I've stacked the deck in Rayleen's favor. Let's see what happens. So, but before that, let's go around and have everybody introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. I am Tyrant. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Dr. Tyrant. I am playing Saren Peirce, who will be dead shortly. I'm scared. Let's move on.
Hi, I'm Osteric Franco, and I'm playing. And Morrigan just had an AI pop up in her living room, tell her that Saren was in danger, and now she's just has that. So that's pretty cool. Kicking it over to Luca.
Hi, I'm Luke Lack, and I'm playing Fade. And I also sent you a wonderful little text with an eggplant.
You did. That's right. I had forgotten.
So hit me up, girl. Over to Bright.
I am Bright Dystopia, and I'll be playing Kai Repo Rhodes, and I did not get a text with any eggplants.
Awesome. So, I don't know, should we have a drum roll here or what? How should we begin this? Did we make Ty sit there and
we could all just sit here and watch Ty cry?
Or do we dive right in? I think maybe we should just dive right in.
Sunday, the face-off you've all been waiting for. An envoy versus the son of an envoy. Only one will triumph.
The son of an envoy wearing the envoy's dad's suit.
It's kind of weird, man, but don't think about it too much. Tickets are still just $5.
So just a reminder to those of you in chat who have not, maybe you haven't seen some of the previous episodes. Saren Peirce was murdered outside of his office building. He was just an average guy going to work, and he was brutally gunned down. And he woke up in the body of his father, who happened to be an envoy, a member of Quellcrist Falconer's rebellion. And last week, after this will be the second encounter with Reileen, he has discovered that she, in fact, is the one who murdered him, gunned him down because she is after what he has, which is an AI program that was in his father's possession. Little does she know that that AI program has been discovered, and it's turned out to be bonded with Saren Peirce's dead sister's DHF. And that is the AI who he sent off to get help. But Morrigan is halfway across the city. Swords don't take that long to swing. So I guess we will get into it. So sitting across from you sitting across from you, and if you recall, this is all going down in a coffee shop. There were some words exchanged. She revealed that she was in fact your murderer. She snapped her fingers, and everybody in the coffee shop got up and just left. Follow obviously every single one of them under her control. And she looked at you and she says, "Well, you have your father's looks. Let's see if you have his skills." And it is speed dice time, unless you want to say something witty.
I mean, I was just going to kind of sit there, take a drink of the drink that I have in front of me, throw it to the ground, and kick the table at her.
Oh, nice move! Kick the table. All right. So we are using the Altered Carbon RPG rules by Hunters Entertainment and Renegade Games. This uses speed dice, so you are going to take your die 6, and we're both going to roll, and it's a bit like poker in the sense that it's like we roll for 6 initiatives at once, and then we decide in what order we are going to use them.
I am going to this blue liquid is going to start pumping through my veins, and you can kind of see it. And I'm going to activate my speed neurogem to give me an extra speed die.
Nice.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to use a wand.
Whether this is stupidity or confidence, I'm going to use a 6. Get that one out of the way. She wants to see what you can do.
I don't like that. Okay.
All right, you're up.
There's that. And that. Okay. All right. Using a wand. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of at the same time pushing myself back in my chair to give myself some distance.
Yeah.
I'm kicking the table up into her and trying to kind of knock her backwards away from me.
Okay.
I'm assuming you want like I don't know, combat.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah. How about a geography roll? No.
Please God, no.
So that's going to be because you're using your body and not a weapon. That's going to be brawl. So it's under strength.
Brawl and not melee combat. Oh no.
Well, melee. You know what? Is table? I guess we'll put that to a vote. Is a table a melee weapon?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna step in. This is super duper brawl. This is super duper brawl. This is a ballroom blitz, like flipping tables, throwing mugs.
Who got some bonuses in chat? Was that you?
Brawl.
I believe
Okay.
he got one.
Oh wait. Oh, I get advantage because I'm fighting.
Yeah, don't forget that. Yeah, you got the martial arts skills. So don't forget that. So basically, Chad, how this works is he has a target number, which is basically his strength. He has to roll under it, and this game really relies on degrees of success. So how many successes do you roll? So go ahead.
Well, I rolled a 7.
That doesn't feel really good.
Nope, rolled a 7 on a 6, so
So
that's not going to do much.
So you kick the table up, and it basically, as you kick it up towards her, the table flies in half. So I rolled for her over here. So it's, to some extent, it's the difference in successes that make a thing. So she actually rolled a 3, so that's 4 levels of success better than you. She literally, her chair goes flying out behind her. The monomolecular sword or katana that she had kind of in her jacket kind of forms, and she cuts the table in half, so both pieces go flying to either side of her as you kick it up, and she steps forward with basically a swing towards actually, no, not a swing. She basically cuts the table in half and follows through with a thrust. She's going to try and impale you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, so you can take an action for every speed die you have. That's not a bad roll. Of course, I could get better. So she has advantage as well. I think maybe I'll use one of my that I bought myself or whatever. I'm just going to make it up that on the good table there's an advantage. So I have a 3.
Okay. I'm assuming that's a ton of successes.
So all you have to do, Tyrant, is you can choose. So if you want to use your own, you have a sword as well that extends. If you want to use that to kind of parry.
I mean, I don't have a sword anymore. It fell off the Golden Gate.
Oh snap! That's.
But I
actually feel pretty bad for you.
It's okay. I mean, I am
thinking you had a sword.
I am a grandmaster martial artist, so
okay.
we could. Yeah, I'm going to try to parry it.
Okay.
Just using kind of as he kind of falls back. And she lunges forward. He's going to fall into kind of a taekwondo dance.
So don't forget you have stack points. And so I had a 3. So here's what I'll give you. If you can beat me by 2, I'll let you disarm her.
Okay. Should I just roll? Should I roll melee combat to try to parry?
No, you don't have any weapons. So this is a straight up brawl now. Yeah.
Okay. So it's only melee combat when
melee combat is when you have a weapon. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now, mind you, if you can disarm her, then maybe you would get one.
Oh man. Okay, I will try to parry her attack. Okay. I rolled a 4 under 60, and I'll use. You said I need to beat her by 2.
Yeah. So, sorry. Yeah. So I should calculate this. So she has 3 successes. So how many successes do you have?
I have 2.
You have 2. Yeah. So you need 5 to disarm her, 3 just to cancel her attack.
I will use 3 stack points to disarm her.
Okay. So she steps forward, does a thrust. You go to the side. Do a strike on her wrist, and the katana goes. So it goes flying, and as soon as it leaves her grip, the blade disappears. It goes back into the hilt, and it just kind of spins across the floor. She actually gives you a look of admiration, and she's going to kind of do a roundhouse kick to your temple. How about that?
No, okay.
Oh no, sorry, that was your action. No, sorry, we have to. It's not
speed die.
It's speed die. Yeah, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Too excited here.
Did that count? That parry, was that a speed die?
It does. You have to take one away. Yep. Yeah. Every action takes a speed die.
Okay.
Just remember, so again, just for chat and just to remind players, your damage. So to some extent, there's strategy here, right? Because you might decide, I'm going to take a hit in order to save a speed die and hope you have one at the end, and your opponent doesn't. Because remember, you lose the damage off of your threshold first. You don't actually take injuries until you get through that and you start to take health points. Because your damage threshold is going to recuperate with a short rest. All right, so speed die. I'm actually going to pick a 4. I'm going to go for my next highest.
I will use it. I will use a 3.
Save my good ones to the end.
I will use a 3 then.
Just disarmed her. She gives you a look of kind of like nice. She might actually kill you. See that?
Can I? Would it be multiple actions to grab the blade and then attack?
it takes multiple speed die. I would let you do it in single action to kind of dive, grab it, and come up with a swing. Remember, this is dynamic. Tables are flying. She's running after you. You're kicking. I would let you do that, but you're going to have to sacrifice 2 speed die, which again means at the end you might come up short. That's up.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to just go for the blade then.
Okay, so make a dive. I will not. You're skilled enough. You've got martial arts talent tree. You've got some skills in melee. I'm not going to require a roll for that. You use up your speed die, but she's right on you. So as you're reaching for the blade, she's going to take a penalty here. So as you reach for the blade, she's coming out with a kick, and her target, she's going to do a called shot, which essentially adds 2 to her difficulty. Her target is your elbow. She's basically, as you grab the blade, she's going to try and bend your arm backwards if possible.
Okay. Ooh.
That's going to be 2 penalty. So that's only going to be 3 successes. You're going to have to use the speed die to evade, or just take the damage.
I mean, I'll just take the damage at this point.
Okay. Sorry. That's a melee attack, so it's just her straight up strength. However, with 3 successes, so you are going to lose 18 points on that hit, and I'm going to ask you to make a toughness roll, which is under strength, and all you need is a success. But if you fail it, she breaks your arm.
Okay, I got a 260.
Okay, all right. So you take the hit. Your arm feels really numb as you roll away. All right, next round.
Okay, I have the blade.
So I still have to. I'm still going to. I have 1 more bad die left, which is another 4. I'm using it.
I will use another 2.
Okay. So I'm hoping you have all 6s left, and then I dominate the latter half of the engagement.
I think you probably have more speed than I do, unfortunately.
But this is it. You want a 1, you want a miracle.
Yeah, I will kind of get back in a steady stance and then go in with a barrage of strikes with the sword.
Okay.
So this since I have a sword will be melee combat.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So I get advantage. So let's roll. Okay, that is a 4 under 60.
A 4 under 60.
But you know what? I'm going to use 3 stack points to make it a crit.
A 7 under 60. That is a tough one. All right. So you're rolling die 8 for the sword. You probably have a 6 strength. 7. That's 7 times damage. Yeah, she's going to have to reduce. She's going to spend a speed die, which was one of my good ones. Nice move. I was saving my good one. So she's going to reduce it. You got 7. She's going to reduce it by 4. So you're going to do 3 times damage. You do hit.
Okay, so 3 times damage is going to be 3, 8 is going to be 24. Yeah, 24.
Okay, nice. So the sword goes into her side. She kind of pulls away. Nice. Again, you see that look of respect on her face. So in the past, you guys have been fighting mostly no-name NPCs who do not have damage threshold. Named NPCs do. So she is still up, and we will pause the fight right there and switch. Well, you can just think about what you're going to do next. But you've technically drawn first blood. So we will switch over to Fade. So Fade, you have spent. So I'm going to do. So there was a bit of time because essentially everybody kind of split up. You fell in a river, you got dragged out, you kind of got brought back up. So I'll say you've been recuperating. I mean, we had Morrigan kind of go into self-exile. Kai ordered waffles. You know, a lot of stuff was going on. So you've got your basic aquarium set up. The Centillion. Well, I guess I didn't really say what it is, but maybe touching it, you know what it's called. That might be interesting. So you can be looking at it. It's still a bit weak, but actually, sorry, I should drag roll 20 over. It's still a bit weak from its experience, but you can see the energy is pulsating. And Enzio, who's your cousin, he'll come in, and what do you? He's kind of watching you and this thing, and he's like, "How you doing, cuz?"
I think I would be holding some type of like very cheap ration type food.
Okay.
Because I'm not going out to the diner, so I just eat whatever gives me energy while I'm recuperating and ordering in replacement sleeve parts. But I think I would just be standing over the aquarium, like pinching off little tiny pieces, like.
Oh, dropping it in. It doesn't really. So there's an odd thing happening. You can drop the food in. It's reaching out with its tentacles towards the edge of the glass, but not for the food. So you're like, so it appears. I mean, it falls and it kind of falls on top of it or rolls off on its side, but it doesn't appear to be eating whatever you're feeding it. And
I don't
Angio's
like it either.
Yeah, that stuff's crap. Cuz, listen, I gotta tell you something. Now don't get angry, because I was kind of snooping at your music playlist. Well, not snooping. I mean, I just trying to be cool like you, right, cuz? So
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, the song there caught my eye. Sonata. Do you know anything about this?
She's gonna do her best not to look at her new friend.
Well,
and
I've
she's
been
just
running
gonna very much avoiding the aquarium and looking at it. Just
he goes, I've been running a program. You see, there's this what she calls herself a music disassembler. This is basically a fancy word for a dipper, just like me. But she's formed a group. She takes she takes music apart. And I've been dabbling myself. I got a program trying to take apart this song by this Sonata. Real cool. Nobody knows who she is. But
it is a mystery.
No.
What did you find in the song?
Is the harmonics. My program's changing. Ever since you brought this thing?
Changing how?
At first I thought it was artificial. I don't know. It's like it's been fluctuating. I might be able to, now that this is here, I might be able to do something with it, but I wanted to check with you first.
She's gonna get a little like, even though this is like the closest thing she has to family, she's still very like protective of this thing. Yeah. Since it kind of like mind melded with her. And she's just gonna kind of lean over and like kind of softly poke it. What do you think?
And it's and again, it's not necessarily interested in reaching for you this time. But it is reaching, but it's kind of probing at the glass. It's almost like it's reaching. It's almost like it's ignoring the food. It's ignoring you. But it is reaching. I will give you. What I wonder, a read person roll? That sounds a bit strange. But
Okay,
'cause
I
it's not a person, but that might work.
Oh wait,
What'd
Tony gave me a -2. Oh, that still won't do it for me. Never mind.
Well, yeah. So how much did you fail it by?
I failed it by 1 with Tony's -2.
Well, then don't forget your stack points if you want to use them.
Yeah,
I'd like
I'll
to
use a
them up
stack
as-
point. I
I'd
feel
like to
like
use them up on as many kind of non-important things as possible, if you don't mind.
yeah.
No,
Super non-important.
no, I'm joking. You
how many stack
realize-
points do you want me to take away?
No, you just need to have one success, so that's fine.
Okay.
I won't charge a lot
Okay.
for that. So as it's reaching, it dawns upon you. Can I ask a question? Where are you keeping the Elder artifact?
Right now, probably in one of my safes. Probably the one in the floor right now.
Yeah, in your room?
Well, it's kind of a loft apartment, so
Yeah,
like
okay,
just kind of in here.
Yeah. You realize that it's reaching towards a room, and the only thing there that comes to mind that would be of anything note is the Elder artifact. And at this point, Wyatt comes into the room, and Gordon or Gertie, but Wyatt comes in. And he's like, "Fade, how you feeling?
Better.
We need to talk."
About what? Like
He takes
eyeing
a-
the fact that all of them are here.
he takes a look at the thing, and he's like, "What the hell is that?"
It's a new pet.
He
It's
goes,
mine.
"A new pet." He says, "You've got Donovan stirred up like a hornet's nest.
Do I?
I need to know what have you been involved in? What the hell were you doing on the Golden Gate Bridge? Why did you jump?"
Again, she kind of just glances at things. There were extenuating circumstances. Someone was trying to kill my new pet, and then someone was jumping, and it's kind of a blur, but it was very important at the time.
You were risking your life for a plant? Fade. Fade. You gotta, he gets down and he can see the genuine concern. He goes, "You gotta stop being so reckless. I mean, when you stir a hornet's nest, you're gonna get stung. We all are."
Well, I think that's just part of being on my own now, as I make my own decisions, Wyatt.
He just kind of looks at Gertie, and Gertie is like, "She's right, Wyatt. All you can do is, she's her own person. All we can do is accept her." And he'll give you a smile for who she is. And Wyatt kind of takes a look, and at this, and we will switch over to Kai. So Kai, you're back at your apartment. When your Oni will essentially sound or goes off, you're getting a call. Again, it's Adam Gunner.
I'll take the call this time.
Okay. He's like, "Kai, my man. Jeez, never thought I'd get through. Good to see you, buddy."
Yeah, it's been a while. How are things, Gunner?
To be honest, I've had a hell of a night. I know it's late, but you want to grab a drink?
Sure, it's never too early. Let's tell you what. Let's meet up at this place here. They've got live music, and I'll send him the location of of the bar that Morrigan had sent me.
Oh, okay, interesting. All right. Out of curiosity, sorry, Morrigan, can you just clarify how far is your apartment close to that bar?
That's a great question. I feel like it's not super close,
Okay, yeah.
but like it's general like quadrant probably. Like it's not across town from that bar. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the question is, Kai, you going on your own?
Yeah, if it's Gunner, I'm just gonna go myself. There's not like a pressing need to like have backup for.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
For
and
him.
basically, you know him from. So this is a part of Kai's background. You and Gunnar went through training together, but after that, you parted ways. So
Okay.
you walk into the bar. I guess I'll copy Gunnar here and move you over because I believe there's some live music playing. In fact, Carpenter Black is known for essentially playing until dawn. So you and Gunnar can come in, grab some drinks, and he's like, "Geez, man, how long has it been? 5 years? I don't know. Do years matter anymore?"
Sorry, I got taken aback at what a handsome lad Adam Gunner is on our screen.
Absolutely, yeah, that's right.
Oh man.
So he goes,
Yeah. Time's a construct, isn't it? It's why we tell ourselves to make things make sense.
he said, "You get all philosophical on me?" Man, he'll down the drink and he'll immediately order another. He goes, "It's good to see you, buddy." He goes, "I've been on a lot of ops, but nothing as messed up as the ones here in Bay City." He goes,
Oh yeah, where are you finding work? Where are you mercenary work?
"Oh, no, SeaTac, man. I'm still SeaTac."
Oh, well.
But he goes, so he lowers his voice. He goes, "So we're about to take down this warehouse, right? Some rogue AI or some shit. When out of the darkness, you're never gonna fucking guess what we get hit with.
What's that?
20 fucking dogs, man. Like AI, like robot dogs. Like they are all over us. They're equipped with ADS weapons. As quick as I can down them, there's another one. Like, can you believe that shit?"
That's insane. I can't believe. Are you not good with dogs?
He goes, "Not the robot ones that are out to fry you with those microwave things or whatever." Anyway, I got a sunburn, but anyway, we pulled through that, and then tonight they deploy us to the Golden Gate Bridge District. You know what kind of shithole that is? Cover some kind of person of interest. He says, "At one point, I'm in a 3-way standoff with like, to be honest, I don't know who they all were, but their guns were pointing at me like we're nothing. SeaTac, like we're nothing. They're not even afraid of us. And then we get told out of nowhere to stand down because some meth has influence. Fucking meths, man. Fucking meths."
So you've been on everything that's gotten news coverage in the area. That's all your fault.
He goes, "Yeah, but he's like, they are shipping us out." He goes, "This has been deemed some kind of private corporate matter. SeaTac's taking a back seat, so to avoid a conflict of interest or something like that. So, you know what? I'm surprised they didn't reach out to you. They're assembling some ex-SeaTac team. They're going after someone else. Who was it? Some singer, Sonata or something." He goes, "Anyway, they pulled people out of the freezer for this. It's being headed up by some guy called Darius, Major Darius. Apparently he's been on ice a few years. But they thought him out. He's assembled the team, and they're going after whoever this musician is."
You say his name is Darius.
Yeah, I'm being
He's
shipped
Major.
I'm being shipped off to World City. For now, anyway.
To work on this job, not.
No, I'm out. I'm out, man. I'm out.
Hmm.
They're going Merc. Listen, I can put a good word in for you if you're looking for work.
Yeah, you know what? I'm doing all right for money. I'm not in a dire need these days. Though I am curious, why are they going after this Darius fellow?
No, Darius is going after this singer called Sonata. I don't know, but he goes, I don't know, but it has to do with that AI. It was locked away in a cryo tube, but we got it. Well, somebody got it.
Well, as interesting as that is, I'm done with C-Tech. I don't work for them no more. Got discharged. And
Here's
clean walk away.
Here's the early retirement. I'm happy for you, buddy. He'll hold up his glass, and we'll switch to Morrigan and Brittany, who is standing in your living room.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Who are you?
She's like, I'm Peirce's sister.
Is this one of those weird things where they taught an AI to think it's a person? Is that?
She actually looks a bit hurt by that because she's like, no, not. Well, yes, I guess something like that. But I am real. I am Peirce's sister.
I just need to understand how the fuck you got through my security. Is Saren did he fuck? And Morgan's gonna move over to the keypad to try and make sure all her settings are right. And as she's moving through them, she's like, so what the fuck is wrong with Saren? How did you get here? What's going on?
He's in trouble. There's someone has been tracking us down, or has been tracking him down. They found him. He's at a cafe. I don't know how much time we have.
Okay, where's the cafe?
She'll say, of all the people in the world, he sent me to you. You must be important to him. He must be important to you. Please.
Well, maybe he feels like I still owe him money. And she's gonna kind of... Where the fuck is this cafe?
She'll bring it up on a vid.
How far is it from me?
It's probably, you know what? It's probably a fair distance. I'm going to say like a 10-minute air car ride. As in Peirce, there's no help's going to get there in time. I'm sorry there. Rounds are 6 seconds, so we'll figure that out.
GM, I want to send you something.
Okay, in Discord?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, it's coming through here. Oh, so somebody's saying while we're waiting. Doren, you're up. Oh, they're rare. Oh, interesting.
Why don't you go where fashion sits?
Okay. Jeez, you guys and your curveballs. I gotta buy myself some more good tables. Okay. So we will switch to so it's an interesting move.
Well, right. So if it's cool with you, Keeper, does that work? Morgan will look at Brittany.
That's what you can do, whether it works or not.
Yeah. Fair, but that's what she's gonna try. She's gonna look at Brittany and sigh and say, "Can you call a car or something?" And she'll go to her system and be typing in something really fast, trying to coordinate, and then turn to Brittany and be like, "We might not make it in time." And she is going to send out a ping to Kai, and just say, "Guns blazing," and then the address to the cafe.
Okay. And do you send one to Fade, or do you leave Fade to her own fate? How can you
This
say
is a
no?
good question. This is a good question. I'm not gonna say no. It's how Morgan would send it. 2 gun emojis in the cafe address.
Okay. Fade is happy with that. Meanwhile, back at the cafe, I believe it's speed dice time.
It is.
I've been saving this one up. It's not a 6. It's a 5.
I will use my last 2.
Ah, geez, you had a lot of like low numbers.
I did.
All right, so go ahead. You got initiative, so you strike her with the sword. She kind of does does a bit of a backwards cartwheel out of the way, comes up, but you have momentum, so you can charge forward.
Yeah, I'd like to run forward and then kind of jump up off of a table and do like a spinning downward strike with the sword, trying to like pin her to the ground or something.
Oh, very nice. All right, give me a roll. You want a 1. That's what you want.
Yeah, I really want a 1.
What did you roll?
With advantage, I rolled 2 6s on 60, so I can imagine she's probably going to block that. Man, I'm gonna use 2 stack points to make it 3 successes.
3 successes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got 2 stack points left.
Jeez, I've been burning through them quick. But she is quite formidable. You know what? I didn't give her stack points now that I think about it. So her rolls are her rolls. And I did buy myself a bunch of advantages and rerolls and stuff like that. But I'm actually saving them for something a little bit. I'm actually saving them. So I'm going to take it for what it is. So sorry, I have 2 successes. How many did you get?
I got 3.
So you do 1 damage, 1 success worth of damage.
Well,
Do you have any more advantages from chat?
I don't know if I got any.
Okay.
Did I?
Well,
Fellow players.
I guess they're rooting for Reileen.
Oh, okay. 13.
13.
13 damage.
All right. Kai, you get the message from Morrigan, the cafe, and Fade. Are you going?
Is this like in the middle of the drinks?
That's right.
Yep. That I'm like,
Yep. You've already had a drink or two, and you're just kind of probably chatting about war stories. Your mind is probably racing because, of course, you've just gained some information, and you realize you don't know who this Sonata is, but she's come up quite a few times, or she or he has come up quite a few times, and you know that she's somehow connected.
oh, well, Adam, I'd hate to cut this short, but it looks like the old ball and chain needs me.
Oh, geez. He says, I didn't know. You married?
Oh, yeah, no, not like that. She's dragging me. She drags me down, maybe someday. But she needs me real. I don't know why I'm looking at my hand. There's no phone there. I've got it in my eyeball. You can see that. I'm used to Onis. But I gotta go help her out, and she needs me right now. So I hate to cut this short, but I need to ski-daddle. Have fun in Outworld hunting dinosaurs or whatever the fuck you're doing out there. Sounds like it's gonna be a good time. But I gotta go.
Yeah, take care of yourself.
Yeah, and I'll hit credits to the bar to pay for all the drinks and
Very nice.
Head out.
So Fade,
If everyone's still there, I'll just look at all of them and say, "It's my girl time now. You have to go." And just stand there awkwardly until they leave.
you can see Anzio is like, he's like, what? It's like As you, so as they get up to leave, I am going to, you know what? I am going to take 10 of the dollars that I spent on dice rolls. I'm out of control, Chad. You need to stop. Like, I'm going to use it on a pink backpack item. And because I'm the GM, I'm not going to draw. So as they get up to go, there's the sound of essentially a gunshot going off, and Angio will suddenly, you can see he zones out because he's in his zoning. He's like, Wyatt, we got company.
I am immediately pulling whatever weapons I have hidden about my place.
And Enzio throws up, you can grab the weapons, and Enzio throws up kind of an image on the wall. It's basically the cameras. And you can see outside on the street, you can see that it's Doren, father and son. And you can actually hear, he's like yelling, he goes, "We've got unfinished business, Wyatt, but we can put that off for a while. Just give me that synth you call a daughter and that creature she stole from the bridge. My fucking bridge. Nothing comes in or out of there without my permission, and she didn't fucking ask. I give you 60 seconds, but I'm not in a fucking generous mood. So you have 10. Wyatt gives you a look. Gertie grabs a shotgun.
I had already in my paranoid little mind prepared for something like this, and I am opening one of those like cooler backpacks that I have a trash bag filled with the salt water I need inside, and I am scooping the creature out and putting it in like a jellyfish I've won at a carnival and tying off the top.
Even as you're scooping it, that's hilarious. I was wondering in my mind, how's she gonna get the centillion out of there? But
I had a plan.
So you like throw it into the backpack, and as you're doing it, it is desperately reaching with its tentacles towards your room.
Yeah, no, so that's the other thing I am doing is I am popping that safe open, and I am grabbing the Elder artifact, and I am like shoving it under my clothes, up close against my body. And then I am going to put on the backpack and... What?
Sorry, you're gonna change?
Yeah, I was gonna change appearance into like a teenage boy with a ball cap and a backpack and just
so Wyatt turns to you,
get ready.
Says, you willing to die for this thing? If you give it to me and I give it to Van Doren, I can save you.
I don't want him to have it. I don't want him to have it.
So back to my question. You willing to die for this? Is it that important?
Well, I'm willing to kill him for it. But I wasn't planning on dying, Wyatt.
He looks at Gertie and he goes, good answer. He'll say, he goes, all right, go. We'll buy you as much time.
I have my guns, and I've got my blade was probably the first thing I fixed. So I'm just gonna put on, and I'm just gonna kind of walk down the hallway, and then immediately go into the stairwell and up just one floor, and just start walking down the hallway.
The centillion, it's in the bag, but you can feel it pushing against the sides of the backpack with its tentacle-like arms, and it's going for your pocket or wherever you have the Elder artifact.
Okay. I am going to go down 4 doors and then start knocking on the door. Miss Schaefer, are you home? And I'm gonna knock on an old lady that lives upstairs.
Okay.
Door.
She like opens up and goes, "Yes, dear. Have you come for cookies?"
And I always go up to her house dressed as this teenage boy.
Oh, okay.
So like this is something. I've got a lot of back doors, you guys. Okay, that sounded.
Okay.
Forget I said that. Purple, don't you
I
dare
have a
clip
painting
that.
I have a painting that's crooked. It's too far for me to reach. Can you help?
Of course. Just really quick, I had to go pee really bad, and I don't think I'm gonna make it to my apartment. Can I just use your bathroom really
Yep,
quick? Thank
and as
you
soon as
so
go
much,
in,
Miss Schaefer.
She closes the door. She says, "I'll get the cookies." You can hear the sound of a shotgun taking out the exterior door on the first floor.
I am going to undo the bag really quick and just like, I don't know what, but here, and I'm gonna give the thing the Elder artifact.
So you hold the Elder artifact out. It reaches up with its tentacled arms, and it touches the Elder artifact and grips it, and all of a sudden its energy just goes dark as it just kind of slumps back into the bag, and the Elder artifact is alive with energy. See, blue energy dances around it, and you can feel the hum of power with it. I'll bring up the Elder artifact again.
And I'm like, now at this point, I'm poking the plant creature like, no.
It appears to be you still see a faint energy coming out of it, but it has definitely drained itself.
Okay, I'm gonna put the artifact back on back where it was, up against my body, and I'm just like doing off the tie on this thing, closing up the backpack, putting it back on, and run out, adjusting the painting and saying, "Thank you so much, Miss Schaefer. I don't need cookies today." And I'm gonna run out. And just kind of.
Are you kind of going out her balcony door, or are you going to go out into the lobby?
I am going out into the hallway of this floor, and I'm just gonna take the elevator down.
Yeah.
Very calmly, like bouncing to music like I'm a teenage boy. Taking the elevator down.
Upstairs, you hear gunfire. As you step out, you can see Van Doren's goons are there, but only a couple of them. Van Doren himself is there in the lobby. His son is gone. That must be the gunfire. He must have went up with the majority of the goons. I am going to ask you, he does look at you as you come by. I am going to ask you to make, this would be, I think it's a composure roll.
Oh shit, not expression?
Or discipline, expression.
Well,
So describe to me, let me...
the door's open and I see those goons, and I'm very much playing the part of like teenage kid, like, whoa! You know, like, oh, and like trying to scoot over, like
this?
very much I live
will.
in this world and I don't want any part of what you guys are doing.
I can be generous because you said that this is a role you play all the time. It's not like just coming up with something on a fly. I will give you advantage to your role because you're comfortable in this kind of, in this skin.
Okay. And what did we land on? I'm doing what? Composure,
I feel
discipline?
like to keep composure. So one of the things about being a synth is that you adjust your features, but
Right.
it is a mental game, right? So you're walking by the crime boss himself with his good.
I got a 3.
Oh,
But
nice.
hold on, I'm gonna roll advantage. Hold on. Just in case. Nope, that's a 9. But I'll take the 3.
So you walk right past, and are you heading for the cafe?
I'm actually just right now. I am just walking down the street, acting very calm, and I will get to what I know to be a good lookout place.
Yep.
And I just want to see if Wyatt survived.
Okay, and we'll hold you there. Kai, you're racing for the cafe.
Yeah, I'll if I can I get a can I steal a car? I want to get there as fast as I can.
Yeah, absolutely. So stealing a car, in this case, so normally stealing a car would be like data engineering or digital networking.
I'm gonna call a cab then, maybe like an Uber or something, and then just yank the driver out and like head to the cafe.
Okay, that's
I'm in a hurry.
I'm SeaTac. I need your car. No.
Right, and I'll say that to the person. Sorry, I'm in a hurry. And I'll throw him out of the car. And
Morrigan,
need to make a
you
roll
jump
for that,
in
I
the
will.
Uber. Brittany, she relies on. She'll actually ask, "Do you have a hollow emitter you can take with you, or a nano swarm emitter?"
I don't know. I don't think Morgan would have something like that to be. Morgan, like, she'll nod and then fuck. She'll look at Brittany. She's like, "Don't you dare fucking watch what I'm about to do." And she's gonna just sprint back into her room and hit like a panel that's like kind of by the headboard behind it, flipping it open to a safe, which she will then open. And inside will be several weapons, several guns, and a couple of bloody stacks stored in this safe, where she'll just reach out and grab a couple of them and look at them awkwardly and go, "I fucking hate this," and then close the safe and like start moving. And as she like looks at Brittany, she's like, "If I find out you go through my stuff, I'll fucking kill you," and head out to where the car is.
All right. So everyone except for Fade is en route to the cafe. Fade, you don't. You know, there's a lot of gunfire, a lot of stuff going down. You can see more of Dorian's men arriving. You're not sure what's going on. All right, now Dorian probably has dippers active in the area. He knows who Wyatt is. He might be trying to track Wyatt's comms and things. I guess the question is, how long do you stay, knowing that there's this incident at the cafe? And do you trust that they made it, or are you going to go back in? The only way
I
you're going to
trust
find out
in Dorian wanting to get what he thinks he needs or wants, deserves, whatever.
Yep.
So I am betting against him keeping them alive. So I am going to go to the cafe, and once we're done with whatever is happening there, I think my intention right now is I'm thinking I'm gonna hire these people to help me save Wyatt.
Okay. Okay. Good idea. You can give back the 50,000 credits that Guy gave you. All right, so you're all en route. Meanwhile, at the cafe, it is next speed die, I believe. Is it?
I don't think you actually went.
See, I was testing you. Nice, very nice. I'll go a little bit easy on you for that. So you do hit her again, and she's flying through some tables, and she will. She's actually going to. You jumped on a table, kind of do the same thing. She's actually going to grab a chair and just kind of fling it at you, but she's coming right after it. It's kind of meant to be kind of just a distraction. So I'm going to make my roll here as she comes in. What do I got there? For not super great, but not too bad. 3 successes. Seems to be my go-to number. So she throws the chair, and that's just kind of cinematic. You kind of bash it aside with the sword, and she's kind of in right after it. And essentially what she's doing is a very rapid series of blows to like the ribs.
Right, okay. I am gonna take it.
Oh, 3, 6. Okay, so that's another 18 points.
Yeah.
What are you down to now?
I have, God, math. 40 minus 16. I have 24 damage threshold left.
24 left. Jeez, I'm not taking that away as fast as I want to. Anyway, so she comes in, and I'm going to ask you again to make a toughness roll because she's breaking your ribs. Do you have armor on?
No, I don't have armor on.
All right.
So let's.
You can get clothes that kind of goes rigid. You made it, did you?
Yeah, 2 out of 6.
Okay, bruised ribs, not broken ribs. Okay, that's up to you. Just so chat knows, there are some attacks that you can do that can bypass. So what she's trying to do here is you can bypass damage threshold in some cases to do the damage right to health. That's what she was trying to do, but unsuccessful because Peirce is just too damn tough. Okay, next speed die as the others are closing in. I was saving this. This is, you know what? I've been going. Wait, what am I doing here? No, yeah, 1. I've been saving my 1. I'm going into. I grabbed a 6. I was like, wait, that's not the right thing.
Yeah, I have 1 speed die left, and it's a 1.
I can't believe you were saving it too.
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to make sure down at the end.
So here's what I'm willing to put out there. You both have no speed die. If you're willing to commit to all offense, she's willing to commit to all offense, and let's just see who goes down.
I was actually going to say Peirce is actually going to kind of take a step back and go into a defensive stance, actually.
You're going to parry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You sure it can't tempt you? This one last kind of flurry of blows and see who goes down.
I think he wants to
right.
to take a step back and read her attack.
So after the flurry of blows, she comes in. She's essentially, you've got your sword out in front. You're in a defensive stance. So here's what she does. She goes down low, does a sweep. So she's not really doing multiple actions. That's just the description. But the thing is, she's going to try and sweep your legs out from underneath you so that you fall backwards. Then she's going to come up with her heel and bring it down. She's going down too, and she'll come up with her heel and bring it down right on the bridge of your nose, if possible.
Okay.
So I already rolled there. I have 4 successes.
Come on, dice. I got a 1.
All right. I will let you. One of the things we established a few sessions ago is that when you get a 1, it's a critical. In the rules, it just means it cannot be avoided. But I've been allowing you to essentially narrate what happens. So
this is actually, since I'm parrying, this is actually 8 successes for me.
She did. I just walked in. I was telling Taryn beforehand, this isn't D&D. I don't know the system very well. I don't know it as well. I can't predict things. I just played a hand where I said I'm going all offensive, and I think I might have just freaked myself. So here's how it works. So how a defense works is that if you're actually defending with like a melee weapon or things like that, and you get much more successes than the attack, you get to reverse that. So you get to essentially put that damage on her. So I got 4, you got 8. So that's 4 successes back on her. And you get to narrate kind of how it goes down. I don't know if you want to roll damage first. Or...
Yeah, let me roll damage first real quick. Because this is going to be a lot of damage. So that's 45 points of damage.
Narrate. That is enough to take her out. Feel free to narrate how you do it.
Oh, like death?
Feel free, yeah. Go
Oh
ahead,
shit, I did not expect that. Okay. I kind of go back into a very defensive, calm stance, and I imagine she kind of sees that and thinks she can get the better of me, and so she runs up, going low.
Low to kick your feet out from underneath you.
And I will actually take my foot and kick her ankle where she's trying to kick me, kick her feet out from under her, so she kind of sprawls on the ground.
Yeah.
And then just really quick down, just stabbing straight through her chest.
Nice roll. Well, that was exciting. That was interesting. Maybe I shouldn't have saved the advantages that I gave myself, but it is what it is. Sorry, I should have brought this back over here. So you get up. You see who you know is Raekwon lying dead at your feet. The others arrive at the cafe. There are people mingling about. There's a general sense of confusion in the area. There's a lot of chatter. And when you exit, so you kind of exit the vehicles, you see each other. You can actually overhear on the street chatter about Sonata. But people are confused. There was some kind of joke. So Peirce, now that this is done, are you getting the hell out of here?
I think he. What do I want to do here? Yeah, I think. Well, no, I think I'm going to try to blend in with the crowd, or at least.
No, there is no crowd inside. Remember, they have already left the cafe.
Right. You said there were people in the streets, though.
Yeah, you want to go out onto the streets?
Yeah. So, is this an enclosed area?
Absolutely. Yeah, you're inside.
Okay.
Inside.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, he would. Peirce is just going to kind of take a moment because I think this might be one of the first people he's killed, at least hand to hand. And
can I ask you a question? Do you leave the stack intact?
yes, yes.
Okay.
And well, yeah, he'll leave it. He's assuming someone like this probably has a backup, so
okay,
he'll leave it. And he'll walk out, putting his hood up.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna hold you there just for a second. You reach for the door. Out on the street, what's everybody doing? You see the cafe.
Who arrives first? I feel like Kai probably does.
Well, I'm going to say you all, just for cinematic purposes, I'm going to say you all arrive roughly at the same time.
Okay.
So you're kind of all moving to the, you kind of see each other across the street. You see these crowds. You'll see, I don't know, well, actually, you might not see Fade. I guess it depends, Fade, on whether or not you're still in your disguise. Yeah, you are. So Morrigan, you see Kai.
I actually probably would have changed to a different face at some point, but I'm definitely not looking like myself.
Yeah, so you don't see any sign of Fade, but that's par for the course, isn't it? She's always late.
You'll see Kai in his rental kind of slam onto the curbside right next to the cafe, like unceremoniously parking with like almost an impact of a crash. But it doesn't go through the window or anything like he was probably trying to do. He just kind of like hits the ground and sticks his head out the window and yells for Saren.
All right, out the window, no response, but you see the door to the cafe. You can head there, Morrigan. You're going to cross the street. Fade, are you following behind?
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay, so you can follow behind. I'm just gonna, I just need to check something. This is just a temporary, moving this over while I check something here.
Was I able to hide in the crowd relatively well?
No, not yet. So we're just, so essentially how the scene is going down is that you're reaching for the door to leave the cafe just as they're arriving to enter.
Okay.
Morrigan, Kai, and Fade kind of in the background. You grab the cafe, open it up, and inside there's like 20 patrons having coffee, talking. The barista looks up and gives you kind of a nod as you come in. And Saren, as you open the door, you see outside there is no street. It's safe hold it's safe hold. It's in flames, and you can hear Ray in your voice say, "Didn't think it'd be that easy, did you?" And that's where and you realize you are in VR. And you guys want to take a break here?
I think that's a perfect place to take a fucking break.
Take a 5-minute break, and we will come back. That fight never happened. Sorry there, Peirce.
All right.
Actually, it did. Just for chat, it did, and you lost.
Yeah.
We will be
All right.
Back to the Atrium of Aquarius just before the break. Peirce, after defeating Reileen, reached for the door to escape, and instead found himself across the galaxy on Harlan's world in the ruins of Safehold, far into the past, 30 years, I believe. And as our heroes entered the cafe to save him, they find about 20 patrons enjoying lattes and cappuccinos and chatting about the day's events. The barista will look up as you enter and say, "Can I get you something?"
Well,
no, sorry. We thought we were meeting a friend here.
And can I ask you a question, Peirce? You did have a nanoswarm necklace or emitter or something. Where did you keep that?
Oh man, it would have been on my person.
Yeah, on your person. Okay. Sounds good. So he, so this guy, so you don't want to order it. He'll say, so you don't want to order anything.
I'll have an
no.
Americano, 2 creams, 4 sugars. I don't. You said this was an emergency.
It was an emergency. I don't understand what's happening.
GM, I'm going to walk in just looking like some business casual lady and just take a seat and order a coffee and then look around. What's the vibe here?
Oh, yeah. You want a vibe check? That's going to be
Yes,
a read
please.
person. Everyone can give me that roll.
We just call it a vibe check from now on.
Right, vibe. I'll change the character sheet to say
We got
vibe check.
Yep.
Vibe check emotes in chat, please.
Nope, fail. I got a 6. I needed a 4.
1. I cannot believe this. Using these dice from now on.
You're used to playing roles, playing parts, pretending to be other people, and so is every single person in this cafe.
I also rolled a 1.
The conversations are fake. Coffee is real, and the man behind the counter is incredibly dangerous.
I mean, I feel like I would pick up on that just by the way he moves. But I am immediately going to just match tempo with all of these people. Drink my coffee and then leave sending Morrigan another message with just like a skull and a bang and then like a finger and a hole. Just for fun.
He hands you the Americano and he goes, "I am afraid we're short on seats. You'll have to take it to go."
That is fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's all right.
Or you. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this your Americano?
I thought
He didn't ask for a name. He didn't write my name on the side of the cup,
No.
so I just assumed.
I assumed it was mine. But of course, go ahead. I will wait.
How many sugars?
I took it black.
Okay, well this one has 2. It's clearly got 2 creams in it.
He'll put yours
Some
and he
cream.
stirs it. So he stirs the coffee, like when he puts the sugar and cream in, he stirs the coffee, which looks like a really odd device spoon. It's like almost like a blender type thing, but he'll stir that up and then slide the coffee back over. And I see Tyrant smiling. No, and he just deadpan, staring at the bunch of you. Brittany will actually come on to your Oni, Morrigan, and she's like, "Did you make it in time?"
Morgan is going to flinch as Brittany comes through. And she's gonna put like a hand up, like she's taking a call, and like move back out onto the street, just not saying anything.
Okay.
And as she does, once she gets outside and is like out of earshot from the like, she'll be, what the fuck? Are you fucking with me?
I need a nano emitter. I can't find. It's like something's blocking me. I don't.
He's not here.
He is.
Nobody's here.
He's got to be there.
How far away have you moved from the cafe?
I am outside, like on the
Out
street.
On the street.
Can I just?
He hands your Americana over to you, Fade.
Okay, I will walk out and try and
there
find Morgan.
There are no compliments here.
Yeah, no, very much, and I wouldn't want any from here. I will walk out, send that message to Morgan, and then try and find her on the street. However, I'm still dressed like this lady, or appearing like this lady, and I'm just gonna bump into her and spill some coffee on her and be like, "Oh, so sorry."
As it happens, Morgan will look up at Fade, and Fade will see that Morgan is terrified. She is not okay as she's having this phone exchange or this conversation, and she'll look at like the woman and be like, "It's fine, please, just." And
He's here. You have to believe me.
I don't fucking understand how she could be here. And like if Morgan's like looking around to make sure nobody's looking at her. So if Fate is like creeping, Morrigan's gonna clock that shit so hard.
If you clock me, I'm just gonna look at you and go, "Hi." Still wearing the lady.
Kai, I will give you an investigate roll since you're the last to leave.
Where the hell is invest? Oh, there it is. Acuity. Oh.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a D8. Use a D8. Here we go. Let's see. That's a 5 over 30.
A 5 over 30. Oh, so you didn't make it.
Yeah. No.
All right. So you can follow. I guess Morgan has left. You have your coffee. Even though.
But somebody gave me a +2 bonus, so I'm gonna bring it down to 3. Should just make it.
You notice that you'll notice a few things. So at your keen eye, as you turn around and go out, you notice some of the furniture is broken. There's a broken cup or smashed like disc underneath one of the tables. There's a hole in the wall, looks like made by a sword, but it's just kind of been, it's there. There was a fight here for sure. You're certain of it.
Can I piece together the fight that occurred here? Does the sword in the wall, the smashed cup, the broken chairs, do they all seem like it was one big ordeal?
So since you're using a bonus from chat, I'll give you extra information. You think that you may take a look at this. This wasn't a brawl. This was a fight between two combatants, and it went down very much like it went down as Tyrant described it earlier, except that she won, he didn't. Yeah, but you think, and again, you just get that vibe. You're just kind of like, okay, there was something that went down here, but you're just too late.
Kai was kind of headed like out the door as he's like walking by and looking at all this. He'll stop and turn back to the barista. Apologies. Quick question for you. Have you seen this individual? And I'll send like a picture of Saren.
Almost before you get to send it, he says, "No, I have not."
Tell you what, since you seem a bit jumpy,
he's completely on that day.
Let me ask you this question a second time, and I'll ping him 10,000 credits. Have you seen him?
My hearing is not that good. Perhaps you'd like to come closer.
I'll step up. Yeah.
And and we will pause there for a minute as we switch to Saren Peirce. I assume the cafe is just empty behind you, and in fact, it just kind of fades away into burning trees. It's gone. You see the burning trees in Safehold. Do you step forward?
Yeah, I step forward. I'm looking around to see if I can identify. So Saren, in his job before he died, actually designed and worked in VR technology.
Oh, very nice.
And so he's pretty good at it. And so he's trying to find the limits of the construct.
All right. Well, you step forward. You actually see someone. Again, I think we established before that when you enter VR, you didn't know you were in VR at first, so you did look like your father. Yeah. But we had established that when you're kind of aware that you're in VR, you look like your old self. That's still true?
Yes.
Okay. So you will actually see yourself, as in your father. So through the burning trees up ahead, you can see he's kneeling in the ashes, cradling who you immediately recognize as your sister. And he's obviously quite upset. And he will actually turn, and he says to someone, you don't initially see them, but as soon as he's like, is this what we're fighting for? He'll say, and you don't see them until he speaks to them, but then Quellcrist Falconer will actually step out of the burning trees and the ashes. Sorry, right there. And you can just kind of witness this exchange, whether it's real or not. You're not sure, but you think this is an exchange from the past. And Quellcrist steps out. She's like, "No, Nathan, this is what we're fighting against. I'm sorry, but the cause is greater than any one of us. The cause?" He goes, "You're the reason why the cause exists." And he kind of lets her sister down and stands up. He goes, "This whole time, we've been trying to undo what you created. My daughter has paid the price for your mistake. You're obviously upset, Nathan. You should go to your family. Look, your son is here." And she'll point in your direction. And Peirce or Tyrant, you can let me know if there's anything in particular you want to do. But she goes, "Just tell me where you put the AI I gave you, and this will all be over. You can be with your son. I will release you of your obligation as an envoy." And you can see he'll turn and see you for the first time. And he's like, "Saren, and I'm going to give you a roll. So please give me, this is a data engineering roll. That's what you usually use for VR. So if you could roll that up for me."
Yes, sir. Let's do this thing. That is a D8 for me.
Yep.
Ooh. It's a 7 on a 50.
7 on a 50.
Right. Unless I get anything from like my Tech Maven stuff for programming.
You don't have access to your deck, so you don't get advantage. However, I did, just so chat knows, I think somebody had mentioned that you had spent a lot of stack points. I did give Tyrant back his stack points, so you could spend some if you like.
I believe someone gave me advantage in chat, so I'm gonna use that first.
Okay.
Okay.
So
that is a 5 out of 50.
This is a big roll. You're fairly So you've differentiated the construct. You've identified the construct. Obviously, you're not on Harlan's world. This isn't Safehold. That is not your sister's body lying there, and that is not Quellcrist Falconer, although she is real. But this is your father. My God, Saren. Is that you? Are you real? He walks over towards you. He goes, "What are you doing here?" And he looks kind of confused. He's obviously been here for a very long time. But he's like, "I'm not even sure where here is or how long it's been." But he reaches out to touch your face.
I'm sorry, you said I had identified it was a construct and everything was fake.
Everything is fake except for your father, except for Quellcrist Falconer. Although Quellcrist Falconer is not Quellcrist Falconer, but there's a real kind of active person. Right. There's someone there. So the three of you are real.
Wow. Okay.
There's no facade over your father. There's a facade over Quellcrist.
Dad, you're trapped in here?
You're all grown. You're grown. He'll actually say, "You're all grown up." You're yourself, right? He's seeing you as you.
Yeah. Yeah, all grown up and 6 feet in the ground.
He'll say, how long has it been?
It's been years. It's been years. You've never been around.
And he's just amazed. He's kind of stunned at the moment, right? Because he has essentially been in this construct with just everything being virtual, right? And you realize in Safehold, probably the worst day of his life, the day when Brittany was killed, has he literally been living through this day for 7 years? You're not sure, but as you look over, he'll give you an embrace. And as you kind of embrace your father and look, or he embraces you, whether you embrace him, that's up to you.
I think Peirce is just kind of stunned in this moment.
And you're kind of looking over his shoulder and you're staring directly at Quellcrist Falconer. And she's like, "You've taken great steps to protect your son, Nathan. Now he's in danger." And she says, "And Saren, I know you thought your father was dead. Don't you want to save him? Just tell me where I can find the AI, and I'll release you both." And as she lets down the facade, she goes, "Refuse, and you'll have to watch me kill each of you over and over and over again until I get what I want. And I always get what I want." So he'll pull away from the embrace. He looks towards you. His mind's a bit frazzled. He's been here. He's an envoy, so he's good at. He's disciplined, but it's been a long time. So he looks at you, and so what are you going to do, Peirce?
I don't know what's in there, but there's no fucking way I'm gonna let you have it. She'll say, let's see if you have the same conviction after I've killed you a few hundred times. And she will pull out the, and again, her sword will appear. Now you are in VR. You can't control the construct yourself to some extent, but we will pause there as I sense that maybe we might all be rolling speed dice, maybe. But you step up to the counter. The barista takes a look at you as you get close. And he'll say, "I'm sorry." He says, "I believe you have me mistaken for someone else."
I am a man of loyalty, of faith, of conviction. I cannot be bought. Now, I suggest, and before he says anything, Morrigan, what were you doing outside?
Morrigan is still trying to talk to Brittany, and
Yeah, she'll say, please, I can't sense, he must still be in there.
he's in the fucking building. And she'll turn around and look at the cafe. Is this like
There's
a multiple?
Yeah, there is a larger, it is kind of a little front onto a larger building.
Okay. A larger building that like upstairs, all like a whole thing, or is it just like do I get the sense that there are?
I'd say there's a second. So the cafe is one floor. I would say that the building that it's attached to would be multi-floors.
Okay. Is there a back alley?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Morgan would kind of look at the building and say, well, we're not going to get through the fucking cafe. And she would...
Everyone in there's fake.
As this old lady said beside you.
Yeah. And Morgan will turn and look at this woman and say, I guess you'd know a thing or two about that, wouldn't you? And like look in the building next to it and try to see. Morgan's trying to like, she's not fucking around. She's trying to find the fastest way to get in the alley behind the building to get in.
Okay, you can scoot that way. Inside, the barista looks at you and he goes, now take your credits and leave. And when he says that, he'll say it rather forcefully. And all conversation in the cafe stops and everybody's looking at you.
Muted.
So muted.
My mistake. Thought I'd find him here, but clearly this isn't the place for this.
No.
When you said earlier that everybody in this cafe was fake, did you mean that they were like holograms or?
No, they're just acting a part.
Gotcha.
Yeah, when Phaedra
Thank
read
you
the
for your
room,
time
she
and-
understood that everyone in there was just like pretending to have conversations.
Right. I rolled a 1 also for that one, so I figured that
Oh,
whatever
you
she
did?
was.
Okay. Yeah, no, actually, so you can act, if you rolled a 1, you turn, you can see like the butts of pistols sticking out of handbags and coats, and essentially everybody here is strapped.
Gotcha. Thanks for your time, and
Enjoy the coffee.
thanks for the B+ Americana. And he'll step outside.
Okay. So you step outside. Morrigan, you dash down the alley. Fade, I assume you're in quickly in behind. Again, there's you do feel you feel the presence of the Eldar artifact. I'm just going to constantly remind you of it because it is kind of it's kind of like surging with power to some extent.
Is there any way, Jim, as we're walking and I'm still dressed as this lady, or looking like this lady holding my half-spilled coffee, can I just slip a hand in to touch it and just kind of almost whisper, like, what do you want?
So Fade's talking to herself, but Morrigan, you arrive at the door. It is a secure metal door. No window. No apparent doorknob, but there would be a data pad to one side.
Morgan's gonna feels like Brittany's rodeo, and she's just gonna say, do you have I don't know, floor plans, key code, anything?
I've got nothing. The place is dark. It's not in the system.
Morgan would kind of look up. There's no window on the door. Is there a window higher up that she could try to climb to? Is there a balcony?
No balcony. I would say there are no windows on the first floor, but there would be windows on the second floor.
Okay.
Now, Fade, you, what do you want? Are you taking the Elder artifact out?
No, I'm just like slipping my hand to where I have it, like kind of under my clothes, pressed against me.
What
and
do
just
you,
like
so when you
in
say
my
what-
mind, this creature plant spoke to me, took over my mind, and then we leapt off a bridge together. And then at the same time, I have this Elder artifact, and like I'm already a little unstable.
Yeah.
So like at this point, I'm like
well, here's
confused about what I'm involved with. Like I think this thing is like maybe like some crazy higher power that I've like is I don't like know. So I'm just trying to, as best I can, try and do whatever it wants me to do.
It actually wasn't supposed to survive last adventure, but thanks to chat, it did.
Fade does
So here's what happens when you say, "What do you want?" It's like an echo. You just said that to yourself. What do you want?
What do I want? I'm gonna take that very seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna like look up and I'm gonna try and like stealth. I'm just gonna go into like stealth mode because I can get into buildings very easily. This is kind of my thing, is getting in places. And I'm just gonna
So you're not going to try and hack the door. Are you going up the wall? Kai, you can actually come into the alley as I'm assuming you're following them. Oh,
You're muted again, my dude.
Fucking hell. I didn't know if I'd come out with enough time to see Morrigan jump down the alley.
Yeah, you did.
But if I did, then
I'll
I'll
you guys
start.
together. You did. I will say, yeah. So I'm going to take a stack point from you every time you're mute. I'm joking. So yeah, you realize there's a metal door. Fade kind of steps into the shadows and disappears a bit. Although the backpack is a bit cumbersome.
Okay.
To be carrying around. It's full
So
of
do you
water.
not want me to use my advantage on my stealth rolls that I have?
Yeah, that's a good penalty.
Okay. Because normally I get advantage on all
Unless you wanna
stealth.
just leave the backpack here in the alley.
She's taken that thing to, like, at this point she's like, she doesn't know if she'll come out of this place again.
Yeah.
And the thought of leaving her, whatever this is, she thinks it's like maybe a god.
Yeah. So is it
Just
fair
here.
for me to assume that when I asked you what you want, the very next thing you did is you said, I go into stealth mode and I want to get in and I'm going to get into this building.
Yes, because we believe Saren is in here.
Yeah. So what
I want
is to get into
is
the building.
to
Is
get
that
into
fair?
the building, save
Yeah.
Saren, and go
Yeah, it just takes the first
kill
kind of-
the guy that has my
it's
family.
The first thing it's the first thing that kind of comes into your mind, and I'm going to summarize that into you want to get into the building. So as you're basically all standing there, looking at this metal door, Morrigan, you're about to, I guess, scale the wall.
Yeah, Morgan's just looking up at the wall, like trying to like see if she can like reach the windows, looking for like a dumpster or anything. Looks down to see like Kai coming down, and we'll just kind of point at her head. And she's like, "This AI's fucking worthless. It can't even get in."
You want to catch me up to speed on what the hell you're talking about?
You have a voice too?
No, fuck. Okay, listen, I was in my apartment. I was on my own goddamn business, gonna finally lay down and try to get some sleep, and this fucking woman popped up in my living room. I have no idea how she got through. I'm not okay with that. And she said that Saren was in danger and needed immediate help. She said to come here. We came here. There's a fucking cafe, but she keeps blathering on that he's in here somewhere.
Right. I have an AI too.
The door is gone. You just kind of realize that you were kind of looking at it's gone.
What the fuck?
The door was there and now it's gone?
It's gone, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start panicking.
Okay.
I'm gonna start breathing really heavy because the door just disappeared, and I'm starting to worry that I am in VR.
Okay. Interesting.
In Christ. Morgan's gonna look up. Are the windows still there? Is there still a way to get in?
The windows are still there. Yeah.
How high up are they?
It'd be a second story, so what's that, about 15 feet?
Yeah. And there's no, like, there's not like a...
There's no, you as you look at this, you realize that this building is kind of designed to be first floor secure.
Yep.
So you can't climb up. I mean, it's under strength, it's athletics. You can, you can kind of make, there's not a lot of handhold, it'd be kind of like, hanging by your fingertips type thing.
Yeah, no, Morgan's gonna try. She's just like, she's gonna like see the bricks and is just gonna fuck it. And walk up and try to do the damn thing.
Give me your roll.
Hell yeah, that is a 4 under 5.
Nice. So Morgan starts, despite the fact that there's now an open door and you can see the hallway beyond it, Morrigan starts to
open door? I thought it disappeared.
No, sorry. Yeah, but by disappeared, I mean that there's just, sorry, that was my bad description.
Okay, I thought like it just closed off.
That's right, sorry.
The door
like there
disappeared.
was
I got
a
it.
door in the brick.
There was a door there, and it's gone, and now there's just a hallway in. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought.
Yeah, no, that would change things. That, I mean, it's still fucking creepy as shit. But Morgan would not try to climb this building if there's an entryway in.
So you can enter if you wish. You going in?
Yes.
I'm gonna put my hand on Morgan's shoulder before she heads in and be like, hold on a sec. Did you open that door?
No, you saw me talking to you. It's all fucking weird as shit.
It's not open, it's gone.
I can't explain it either, but I need him I need Saren to figure out what the fuck is going on with my shit, and this girl, this AI, this thing is telling me he's in there.
He is.
Something
says more fervently. Please rescue him. When you find the hollow emitter, activate it so I can help you in the real.
She says that he has some kind of hollow.
I'm sorry. Did we all hear that, or is it just her?
No, just her.
It's just her.
Yeah.
It's just her. But like, meanwhile, Fade is starting to hyperventilate.
So Fade appears to be having an issue.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Fade has stopped moving and is just starting to breathe really funny.
Morgan's kind of like trying to relay this information to Kai, like what Brittany is saying, and she'll like glance over and see Fade like on like starting to curl between, oh, for fuck's sake, and she'll go down and get down. Fade, hey, no, not here, not now, no,
We're not here.
I
It's
don't,
not now.
no.
We're not here. It's not now. We're not here. It's not now.
Jesus Christ. And she's going to grab Fade's face and look at her and say, listen to me. You have got to keep your shit together right now because we can't be playing babysitter right now. Do you understand?
No.
Whatever the fuck you've got going on, you need to cool it.
No. We're not here.
If this is something, if this isn't reality, you freaking out doesn't help us. None of us asked for this, Faye.
There's no in there. We're not gonna find him. It doesn't matter. We're just stuck here.
Morgan is going to start humming.
Okay.
She's just gonna hold her face and close her eyes and be like, start humming, holding her face, doing the same thing that Morgan would do when she would have one of her panic attacks.
So Fade, I'm going to get you. So Morgan, you can make an expression roll.
Yes.
And Fade, you can make the exact same roll if you don't mind. So expression.
That's a 1.
Oh, a 1. Nice.
It's very good. I'm pleased.
A 4. And I have 5 in empathy.
So you realize it. So Morrigan touches your face, and you realize in this moment, you get a flashback to the bridge where you were kind of dying and stumbling, and someone picked you up and like by the shoulder and helped carry you to the edge of the bridge. In this moment, you realize that was Morrigan.
Okay, I am going to look at her. And I am going to say, like, just calmly, she's humming. I'm just going to look up at her and I'm going to say, they know who I am. They don't know who you are. I'm trying to protect you. Let me go. Find me in the music. And I'm just going to repeat that phrase back to her that, like, I was kind of forced to say.
Morgan's kind of like holding her head and like humming, and as like she's got her eyes closed, like she's not looking at Fade as she does this. That when Fade starts saying the things, Morgan opens her eyes, and again it's just that fear. Like her eyes are filling up with tears, and she is just terrified. And like with a shaking voice goes, "I need you to get your shit together."
Matter what we do, though. This isn't our construct.
We don't know that. Now get the fuck up. And she'll step away and like...
Don't move. Kai walks back to the front of this place. What does the front of the store look like? Is it brick? Is it glass like most coffee shops are?
Yeah, glass. Yeah. Probably like big glass windows. Brick with big glass windows.
Morgan.
What?
Confirm once more with Brittany that we are in VR.
Oh no,
Brittany?
Brittany says, no, you're not in VR.
We're not in VR.
Then why did she say in the real? Where the fuck are we?
Oh no, so Brittany is virtual. She's virtual
Morgan,
right now.
Morgan would relay. She's an AI. He has an emitter to bring her here.
No, none of you are carrying a nano emitter.
Unless you've got a nano emitter just like chilling.
Right. Got it.
So speaking of contracts, Peirce, pick any die you want, any die, and just roll it.
And any die?
Any die. Yeah, higher the better. Higher the better.
The higher the better. Got it.
D100.
I'll even let you roll a D20 if you want. That's up to you. D100.
Oh, well, I mean, I was going to roll a D100.
Not a D100, a D20. No, you know what? I'll let you roll D100. You can roll whatever you want. I just said whatever you want.
84.
All right, so VR time is very different, right?
Right.
So all right, now we're going to, you can let me know what you're going to do. You've died 84 times so far. So.
Very good.
But you're not done yet. It's you picked 84. I was thinking like maybe 6.
Hey man, it's all right.
And again,
listen, it makes sense.
But it's over to you. You and your father side by side. She stepped up. Your father, his so ego points. We haven't really been using them. I am going to give you some ego damage, but it won't really affect this because I won't do enough. But your father has obviously suffered a lot of ego damage, and watching you getting killed and has been even worse on him. So while you're kind of you're pissed off, he's getting weaker. Shall we do this again?
We'll get out. Come at me, you fucking bitch.
Where is the AI? I'm only going to ask you another 100 times. She'll say with a smile, but this is your turn. You get to, she's kind of bored with it to some extent. So what are you going to do? You said you wanted to try and take hold of the construct. So what do you want to do?
I would like to level the playing field a little bit.
Yep.
And I'd like to try to force the actual setting to be my father's hideout.
Oh, the safe house. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I get you to give me a digital networking roll, please?
Ooh.
Just for something a little bit different.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That's a 1.
All right, you can decide what you're going to do with this, but this is to kind of get a feel for your environment. So you're sensing the VR world, the VR program. There are access points in and out of it, like digital access points. You detect Brittany trying them all to get in.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
You realize she's probably a pretty powerful AI. She could definitely level the playing field. However, it's also revealing a hand.
Yeah, it's exposing what Reileen wants.
But you can't. But with a 1, so do you think about this VR network is attached to a deck? That deck is attached to the buildings, the network that controls the building. So I will give, because you got a 1, I will actually give you at this very moment, and you guys correct me if you're doing something different. Are you all entering the hallway now? Yeah, you can see
At this point, I am just going with Morrigan.
Yep.
Though I am going to just be like reaching in and like almost like comfort, like touch, like almost like a lucky charm or something, touching like a rabbit's foot touching this Eldar artifact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Morgan is also gonna, like, if Fade's on the ground, Morgan's just gonna grab her and like pull her up over her shoulder, just like she did with Athena, kind of not knowing, but like mirroring that as she's just like getting Fade up and looking over at Kai and says, "We need to get in and we need to fucking find him now."
All right, guys, let's get to a point.
Give me 1 second here, and I'm gonna pick up a heavy rock in this alley.
Yeah.
And walk over to the car that I stole.
Oh, yeah.
And just set the rock. I'm gonna put the car in neutral and set the rock down on the accelerator and leave the car like climbing rev. We can go now.
All right.
And we're gonna head in through that door, and I'm gonna make a mental note that there's a car revving at like 1 billion RPM.
Yeah, so essentially, because we're in the future in a digital world, you could probably just, you can digitally lift the brake, so to speak, or put it in gear and let it.
No, it's just going to be sitting there getting hotter and hotter and hotter and like, and overworking
I thought where you were going with it, you were going to let it drive right through the front of the cafe. But
I thought about that. But we're not in VR, so that's not what he's going to do.
So Peirce,
that'll be handy later though.
So what I want to do,
so you
at the
see
expense,
them entering, and you know that Brittany is trying to come in to save you.
yeah, at the expense of probably multiple more deaths, I'm going to use this opportunity to send up a flare to wherever our bodies are in real life, so that Brittany knows where those are.
Okay, that's cool. All right, so give me your. Again, this is modifying. This is so data engineering is building contracts and building VR. Because in this case you are actually creating a flare. I think I will go with digital engineering over networking.
Okay.
Networking is kind of hacking, so you're kind of in. Now you need to create.
Okay, that's a 5 on a 5.
Yep.
I'm gonna use 3 stack points just to give it some more oomph.
Okay, that sounds good. By the way, just for that exchange outside, amazing role playing, Luca and Morrigan. I'll give you guys 2 stack points each, kind of like inspiration.
Thank you.
So as you move into the hallway, suddenly Brittany goes, I got it. I know where he is. Feeding it to your Oni.
Morrigan, it's kind of still holding Fade like up and trying to like get her to like fucking come out of it. At this point, like despite herself, tears are kind of going down her cheeks as she's just raging against everything. And she'll just say, "Fucking show me then," and pull up like the floor plan, and she'll call out to Kai in front, like with like that low, angry voice, like left, right, whatever way we need to go.
You have to make one decision: stairs or elevator.
Stairs.
Okay, up the stairs to the second floor. Kai, you send up the signal, and Reileen, you got 3 successes. I'm just gonna give her. Who am I kidding? All her die or die 4.
How many?
She's like cunning, she'll say, as she runs you through with the sword again.
I'm imagining like the end of Doctor Strange, right?
What is it, more Mamu?
Yeah.
Dormammu, come to bargain.
Dormammu, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, so she actually says cunning, and no, she won't actually. She's more evil than that. So she will actually. So she realizes you send up a flare. She actually leaves the construct. So she just winks out, and as she does, the fire, all the trees that are burning, essentially. I'm going to get you to make that roll, but she's coming back. Essentially, she's just turning up the heat so that essentially you and your father are just going to burn to death until she gets back. Not going to die. She doesn't want you to die. She just let you burn and burn and burn and burn and burn and burn. And what makes matters worse, she leaves Brittany not the real Brittany, the fake Brittany, and she's burning too, and all she's doing is screaming and burning, and it's driving your father over the,
But Reileen is gone out of the construct.
He's gone, which means you can try and take control.
Yes, I would like to stop.
So you're going to give me a digital networking roll as your friends reach the top of the stairs. You can see that there's a doorway inside. There are six thugs or goons standing around a table. Peirce is on it, and he has a device attached to his head.
Oh crap! So I can see that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So as they're running up, instead of controlling the construct, I feel like it'd be a little better for me to I want to give Kai all of the goons' heat signatures.
Okay. In order to do that, I'm going to require you to make a composure roll because you are burning to death.
Okay, that's fair. You know what? It makes sense. What
a sentence that was just set up.
Okay,
I'm gonna need to see if you're a real cool dude because you're literally melting.
I got a 7 on a 5. I'm gonna use 2 stack points to get that up to a 5, or get that down to a 5.
Okay. So there are 6 goons inside, standing around Peirce. I'm going to say two of them are at a console. One of them's like turning a dial or something way up, and the others are just standing guard. They literally have guns in their hands, but they're kind of at a rest position. Kai, you have their heat signatures. Just as a reminder, for those of you who haven't seen the show Altered Carbon, a lot of the guns did fire through. Like when they fired, they made holes in walls, like that. In fact, I believe Kovacs waited till someone walked by a wall and then drilled them with it. So, all right. So I'm going to give your group. I'm going to give you essentially one speed die before we roll speed die to do whatever you want. Thanks to Peirce's composure roll and sharing with you the heat signatures.
As soon as those come online.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around to Fade and Morrigan. Oh, we got a prezi. Did you bring your squeezies?
Morrigan is going to reach, like she's kind of wearing like loose clothes, and with her free hand, she's gonna reach into her belt and pull out a totally different sidearm. Not her squeezy.
And
Fade will just extend her blade.
Okay.
No, dearie, we need projectiles. We're not gonna run in there right away. I need something that goes far. Can you shoot that out of yourself like a porcupine?
Do you have
Does it work like a
firearm?
quill pig?
And she will hold up again.
I only brought me hammers, and they won't fire if you're holding one. They're gene mapped.
She'll be fine.
All right.
Won't you? And Morrigan will just like kind of like push, like
Please.
make sure Fade's standing up and look at her.
And Brittany's like,
Yes.
please,
And
Peirce.
I'm gonna
he's
do
in
my
pain."
slink mode, like where I go like kind of stealth.
So here's the deal: there are 4 thugs with guns and 2 techs at a console. And the
I rolled
techs,
a
they're
2
like,
on
he's like,
stealth.
they're like, he's not screaming. We'll make it hotter. Turn that
All
up.
right, Fade. Be ready to do a quick stabby stab, because things are gonna get real loud real quick. You come here, and I'll grab Morrigan by the shoulders and kind of walk her over to like a wall,
Yep.
and like pick up her arms, kind of like I'm teaching her how to play pool. I pick up her arms.
Oh, yeah.
And I put both hands on the pistol, and I put the barrel of the pistol like against the wall, and I grab her hand and like move it exactly where I see the heat signature on the end of the wall. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't move and wait for my signal. And I walk to the other end and put one barrel of one hammer and the other barrel of my other hammer up against another wall.
All right.
And I look at her and I say, on three.
GM, I have 3 levels of success on my stealth.
Okay.
So I would just like blade extended. I am actually going to pull out the Eldar artifact in my other hand, putting my gun away, and I'm gonna go in
Okay.
there like dual wielding.
Okay. Are you
Just
slipping in first before they act? Is that
I'm
the idea?
crouching in as they're getting ready to fire into the room, and just kind of following a wall
So
in there.
Peirce is so Peirce, give me another composure roll, please. This one you have a 2 penalty because they turned up the heat. Oh, you're muted.
I have a 2 penalty. Damn. That's 1. I'm gonna use 1 more stack point to make it a success, just flat success. I rolled a 4 on a 5, brings it up to a 6. Use a stat point, bring it
So
down to a
crank
5.
it up, and you still like, oh, you just resist it. So the fire is all around you, but it's not fire. It's not fire. I'm in a VR. I'm in a construct, so you're not feeling any of the pain. Meanwhile, just as you guys are both, as you're like 3, 2, 1, 2, he's still not feeling. Put it to max. And the guy reaches for the console when you guys.
Yeah, Morrigan would kind of, when he's on the count of 3, Morrigan, who's just like, again, there's like, she's crying uncontrollably, but in that way where like she's just stoic, she just can't help it. There's just tears. She'll very sarcastically, and a 1, and a 2, like like counting in the beat to a song.
Very
And
cool.
a 3 with Kai shoot when he gives her mark.
Okay, and Mark, go ahead, make your roll. Everybody's since you've set up and Kai has kind of aimed you perfectly. Everybody is advantaged, so you're going to get an extra die on that.
Okay,
Can I
so
keep this even though it
firearms.
went out of the tray? Because it was a 1.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that is a 3 under 5 for firearms.
Okay, very cool. So to roll, and if you didn't roll advantage, you might as well roll it again anyway, just in case you get a better roll.
I don't think I'm going to. I did. I got a 2.
Oh, there you go. It's an extra.
Yay!
Can you only fire once? I'm holding two
Oh
hammers.
no, you can take a 2 penalty to fire 2 guns.
Okay. In that case, I've got a 2 penalty. That's a 5 out under 50. And then the other.
Your advantage. And don't forget.
No, I rolled with advantage. I rolled a 4 and a 3 with a 2 penalty that brings it to 5.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm going to do in your case, Kai? Because you can actually see. You can actually see them. I'm going to give you triple advantage. So you can actually roll 3 dice. To see if you get a lower.
Another 4, so it's still a 3. And then for the other shot, a 3. It's not going to beat my 1. So one of them is a 5 under 50, and the other one with the penalty is a 3 under 50.
Okay. So everybody can roll their damage. Don't forget, every success you have is a multiple. Oh, sorry. And tell me who you were aiming for. There were 4 goons and 2 techs.
I aimed Morrigan's pistol through the wall at one of the goons.
Okay.
And I am aiming at both techs.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So I rolled. Okay, this is my first time really using the gun. Which it's a D8 plus, and it has the weird little symbol. What's that weird little symbol?
Yeah. So that is so basically how this game works is all damage. You get to add your attribute bonus. So underneath 5 turns, it's your perception bonus that just gets added to it.
Okay, so I got a D8, which was 3 plus my perception, which is 5, so it does 8, right?
Yeah, multiplied by the number of successes.
Multiplied by the number of successes, which was I got a 2 under 5, so 3, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So 24.
So, and these are no-name goons. They do not have damage threshold. So your gun goes off, put the hole the size of a fist in the wall, and the guy gets hurled forward as the round hits him in the back. Kai.
One of the techs is going to take 16 damage.
Okay. He gets splattered all over the console.
The other lucky duck is taking 39 damage.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
So his stack head, shoulder, it's like, a fist-size hole in him as he gets forward. Just as he was reaching for the knob to turn it up to maximum, the question is, does his hand fall on it? I think maybe a skull die is in order. All right, make that roll. Die 6, 1 is what you do not want.
You got a 4.
Woo.
And just falls harmlessly onto the console. So Fade, this is what are you going to do? You have a monomolecular blade in one hand, the Eldar artifact in the other.
Yeah. So
Sorry, go ahead.
I have a D6 in melee combat and a 4 in strength. 40 in strength.
What weapon are you using?
Yeah, what weapon do you want to use? The Eldar artifact or the sword?
They would both be melee, but I feel like my first move I am going to use for my blade.
The Eldar artifact is not melee. It's not. It's expressing your will.
Oh.
Hey Ty. You okay there, bud?
No.
That narrative hit you so good.
Oh my God.
I sense that as I hold it.
What do you want?
I want them dead. Looking at these men around Saren.
All right, give me an expression roll.
My mind is blown. I got a 2 out of 5, so 3 levels of success.
3 levels of success. You can go ahead and answer the question, please. How do you want them dead?
quietly.
All right. Then they. So essentially, you know what'll happen? You would both, Kai and Morrigan, you probably notice that Fade is carrying this odd-looking device in her hand. I don't believe you've shared this with anyone, correct? Up to this point, Fade?
No.
He has not.
I've been very protective of
But
this.
Elder artifacts are absolutely they're kind of known. I mean, they're in museums. People have them on their coffee tables. They essentially don't work. Humanity has never been able to operate an Elder artifact. The only thing that they've been able to do is melt down the metal and use it for stack technology. So you would probably recognize the metal because it's that shiny metal that stacks are made out of. And essentially, in this particular case, the three of them would just ragdoll fall over and die. The energy from their stacks would shoot out of the back of their necks and into the Elder artifact. And they just topple to the ground. But the Elder artifact goes it just goes dull. You don't feel the thrum anymore.
I think a little bit. I don't know that I would react very quickly after that to do any cool move after that. I feel like I would just be kind of stunned, maybe shaking a little.
Kai, are you going to free Peirce? Since you were focused on the technicians, or are you going to the...
Yeah, I mean, if I know how to get him detached from this thing.
You probably probably seen tortures. I would imagine in CTAC you've used similar devices to kind of interrogate, or you've at least witnessed it. So you have a rough idea. So you can head over the idea. You just don't want him to go into cardiac arrest or anything. So, but you can head over to the console. And Morrigan, can you explain what you're thinking at this point in time?
So Morrigan, she's her hand shaking, fires through the wall, right? Kai also fires, then seemingly just kind of peels off to go wherever to get Saren out. Morrigan would turn back to the hall where they came down, and just that kind of shaky, she's in full shock survival mode, keeping an eye down the hall. If anything moves in that hall, she's shooting it. She is not in a state to differentiate between friend or foe, and she knows that her friends are behind her, so she's just full blown making sure the exit route is still an option.
So you turn about just as Peirce suddenly Kai is at the console. He deactivates VR, and you sit up, kind of taking a breath. as you sit up and look around, and so Kai, you kind of look up. You see Peirce. Beyond Peirce, you see Morrigan. Fade, you're probably. You've just.
I'm holding this piece of metal, just kind of shaking at it. If Saren wakes up, I'll use that as an excuse to kind of come to, and I'm gonna put that back where I had it, kind of up against my body under my clothes, and just get my blade back to the ready.
And chat, don't hate me. Sometimes I do things, but Morrigan, you turn around, and I regret that I had this on the screen because I wanted it to be a surprise. But you turn around.
I've got it hidden from chat, but
well, bring up Roll20.
Yep.
As you turn around and you see the barista standing there, just as he tears out your throat with this device. Your stack literally is destroyed. Like the sparks fly out the back as he essentially almost beheads you, and you're dead. I'm sorry. I know you didn't get a roll, but essentially, and you all witnessed this.
Fuck. Are we able to react, GM, or is this it?
And that's it. You're done.
That's it.
Wait, who gets murdered?
You actually.
Morrigan.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I was panicking for a second.
You turn around, and that's where we will actually end for tonight.
Cool. Holy fucking shit. No!
We need a week, of course, to come up with a new character. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's good. Thanks, everybody. It's been real. I am what?
The reason, just so everybody, the reason why I paid the $20 is because I was feeling guilty about arbitrarily doing something. So I gave myself a bunch of advantages. This, Mr. In case you guys don't recognize this this character, if you haven't watched the show, Mr. Leung is probably he's in some respects more dangerous than Reileen. He is her personal assassin, and he is incredibly lethal, and he has something pierced. So you might be wondering, well, you're not Tyrant. You had a view of everything, right? You had a view of the security system. You knew what was going on, but Mr. Leung has a special ability in the show, whereas he's undetectable. Essentially, he's a ghost. They call him the ghost. So that is where we'll end. If you want to know what happens next, you're going to have to tune in 2 weeks. So we will leave it over. I guess we'll go out. I know that's sudden. I know you're probably not ready to say your goodbyes, but it's that time of the night.
Shit.
So, who wants to go first?
Hey, everyone. I thought I was gonna die tonight.
Bitch, me too, bro.
Fuck. Okay.
Well, actually, if it makes you feel better, Tyrant, you all now have to fight Mr. Leung. So, we'll see.
Peace. See you guys. Well, hey, I am Tyrant. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Dr. Tyrant. I played Saren Peirce, the son of an envoy. As for what I have coming up, tomorrow I will be in Harbor Investigations. Woo woo! I think we're having a sea voyage for something. I've heard through the grapevine, so I'm excited for that.
The question is, can Lostodon swim?
Probably not. Probably sink. Nothing on Wednesday, but Thursday will be episode 2 of Wrath of the Many, a 4-part miniseries that is designed to tell a campaign level 5 to level 20 in 4 episodes. They started out level 5. This episode they will be level 10. The content is going to be increasing a tier every episode, and it's just going to get crazier and crazier. I think if you ask any of the players, they'll tell you they cried for like 20 minutes last episode, so hopefully we have a good reaction to what's coming up on Thursday. I think it's going to be cool. So I don't think I'm in anything else this week. Checking the schedule. Nope, nothing else this week, but next Monday will be, I believe, Sarah, the last episode of Roundhouse Omega before the crossovers, right? Yeah, so Roundhouse Omega is cranking up. Definitely come check it out. It's going to be really intense and really fun. So if you haven't been checking that out, you can find that on our YouTube. and also be watching over on Nat 20 as well, because it's a 2-channel campaign. But besides that, I'm just doing a whole bunch of homebrew and stuff, and that is me, Sarah.
Hi, I am Saren Peirce, and I played Morrigan. I'm kind of fucking reeling right now. Like, Fazul, how could you? I just need to know what happens. If you like my face and the words I say sometimes, you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Saren Peirce. This is a lot. TTRPG stuff that you can see my face in. Harper's tomorrow as I play Rory Diamond. He is less afraid of dying than Morrigan, so this is traumatizing. Thursday, you can catch me over at Nat 20 in Roundhouse Alpha playing Saoirse the Chosen in the Monster of the Week campaign. Friday, catch me again with Fazul playing in the one shot There's Something Wrong with the Rats. I'm very excited to be a part of it. Sunday, Morningstar and Company is back over at Nat 20. Monday, as Ty said, we've got Roundhouse Omega here on TBK. Lots of fun things all the time, 24/7. It's very good. Kicking it over to Luca.
Hello. I think we're all in a little bit of shock right now. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my character. I played Phaedra today. She's a just little broken-minded criminal who thinks she has an alien god in her backpack, and now has given her some crazy will blade, and then watched the only person that she's bonded with since childhood just get her stack ripped out. So we're gonna have fun next session. It's fine. Also, there's disappearing doors. What's real? Roundhouse is next Monday. I don't know what reality is anymore, but join us for Harper's tomorrow. On to you, Azul.
All right. Oh, Kai, did we do you?
No.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Go up to you, Kai.
I'm Bright Dystopia. My heart is in my asshole right now.
Not okay. Not okay.
Find me. You can find me on all forms of social media under Bright Dystopia. I stream on my own channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. You can find me Wednesdays. Next Wednesday, I will be playing the final episode of our Defiant game on Level 1 Geek. And this Saturday, I will be jumping out of the player chair to jump into the DM seat. And you can find me on D&D Beyond's channel, DMing a game for a few great people. So check me out then. And then I'm going to take a week to listen to sad songs and stare at the dark and wonder how many bullets I will need to feel better about this. I'm sure I have them. I just need to know how many need to be fired before Kai is satisfied. This was awesome.
Incredible, truly, amazing. I just feel sick. It's very good. I just want to throw up a whole bunch.
I will send it on over to the villain of the hour, Fazul.
Indeed. I'm Fazul. I was your GM tonight. So in 2 weeks, we'll be right back here with Atrium of Aquarius, where we will find out what happens. Some big reveals next week. One of which is what happens to Morrigan. Beyond that, as Sarah said, here on Friday, something is wrong with the rats. There are some twists in that as well. I love twists. It will be a fun time. It's a great cast. I think we have Dev develops Comrade Crash, Sarah, and
we've got Corn Dog McGraw, Dev develops.
Corn Dog McGraw. Good. So actually, that'll be crazy. That'll be the first time I've been in a stream with Cornell, so that'll be fun. So it'll be a good time. It is a one-shot, and I have GM'd it twice before, kind of doing play testing. I've always had a fatality, so I'm going to try and keep up the winning streak. Okay, so I think that's it for me. Listen, I really appreciate chat, everybody watching and participating. I mentioned the pink backpacks, and I mentioned at the beginning of the night that I had abandoned my adventure. This turned out much better. And again, everything, the Eldar artifact, the Van Doren's, a lot of the stuff that's going on with Morrigan, it's with Peirce, all that stuff kind of came from the character backgrounds or pink backpack items. I'm not sure if there was anything that happened tonight that wasn't, and I'm really happy for it because the campaign has taken on a life of its own.
I just have to stop too really quickly and say this was an incredible session. Thank you so much for running us through it. Like I'm a brick. This is exciting and I'm terrified and intrigued and all of the things. And I'm so happy to be a part of this at all. This is fucking dope.
Appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you. Of course, every GM needs amazing players. So thank you so much. And I guess that's it for me. So everyone's stay safe. Those of you in the southwest US, stay cool. And we'll see you hopefully we'll see some of you on Friday and some others in 2 weeks. So have a good night and see you later.
Everything's fine.